Hey, Snow College ambassadors. I am Kelly Gunther, 2014 Olympian, and I am so eager to tell you guys a little bit about my story, a little bit about who I am, and how to share about persistence and never giving up. My journey started very young. I was 6 years old and I knew I wanted to go to the Olympics. At 6 years old, I can promise you, I did not know what the Olympics were or what they meant at that time. But I just remember I wanted to be on that stage. No matter where it took me or how it took me to get there, I was going to get there. So knowing that, watching the 1994 Winter Olympics take place in Nagano, Japan, I was watching figure skating. And I was watching them do the jumps and spins and just really telling their story. And as I watched that, I had said, I want to be on that stage someday. So wasting no time at all and not knowing what the world's biggest stage was, I was taken to the local roller rink by my parents and I fell in love with it. Mind you, I did roller skating before I ever switched to ice skating. And I loved the hair and makeup. I loved the twists, the turns, the outfits, everything that I watched on TV was basically all my dreams coming true. But the little bit of the problem is I couldn't hear the beat of the music. And with that being said, being a figure skater, you needed to hear the beat of it. So then I got introduced to inline speed skating. Inline speed skating was in a sport and still isn't actually today in the Olympics, but just as big as the Olympics are, if inline speed skating could be in it and for a summer sport. I have traveled the world with it. I've gone to many world championships and the highest level that I could possibly ever skate at. The only problem is that my dream was still to go to the Olympics. So at 19, still knowing what my dream was, I had never put ice skates on my feet. I moved across the country to Salt Lake City, Utah from Michigan. And I began my journey. I tried out for the 2010 Winter Olympics as they were going to take place in Vancouver, Canada. I was actually named to the 2010 Olympic team. I was going to Vancouver. All those little dreams that I had dreamt about ever since I was that little girl were coming true. Only for 24 hours, that is. And just like that, my dream got taken away by a ruling from a girl who was able to reskate after a fall, after she had placed third place, and got a personal best with a new time, and taking me off and put her on. Fair? Maybe not so fair. But the difference is the athlete that I was going to become was going to happen that very next day. Because no matter what, the sun was going to rise and everything was going to happen again. So I went to practice, as hard as it was, but knowing I still had another 4 years ahead of me. So that's where the persistence and the hardness started coming from. Not only that, back in kindergarten, also as that little girl, I was diagnosed with a learning disability. Something that was so hard for me to ever accept, to want to feel normal and fit in. But yet now I can say I'm in my early 30s and still talk to my special ed teachers today. So something that I was so embarrassed about, and something I'm so proud of. So don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't do something where maybe you're not smart enough, because you absolutely can. And that's why I'm so glad I'm able to talk to Snow College ambassadors to tell you, let that persistent always drive you. Let your feed always feed off of you. And most importantly, keep believing in you. Because then 4 years later, when I was taken off the team, I was determined nobody was going to tell me I could not make an Olympic team. So I tried out for the 2014 Winter Olympics, and I was able to earn the fourth and final position. And I was headed off to Sochi, Russia, and a dream come true. See, persistence does pay off. So keep going. You guys got this. And as I said, keep believing in you. Be your own biggest cheerleader. Thanks, guys. I'm Kelly Gunther again.